Soup Bros, Ben, aka Tapport here, and we got another commentary. I want to apologize, last commentary I was a little bit down. I don't know why, but I mean, I just didn't give you guys the peace you deserved. Anyway, today's gameplay is by Froggy, which I mentioned yesterday. His channel will be in the description, of course. Luckily, he sent in some 10-minute gameplay, and we can split that up so I can just talk however long I want, unless it goes over 10 minutes. So, lately I've had this sort of nostalgia bug. I don't know where it came from, but, you know, I envy older games and stuff. I just finished watching Jaws, not even 5 minutes ago, I'd say. I don't like babies in movies because, one, if they're actors, they're not good actors because they just don't know how to be genuine. Two, I just don't like the sound of babies crying. I've heard it gets better when you have kids or someone you love has kids, but until then, no thanks. So, this is gonna be a Jaws commentary. That's why I mentioned the nostalgia, just to get you guys warmed up. First off, actually, did I already say first off? Just in case I did. Second off, the theme song, you know, the instantly recognizable theme song, I don't even have to demonstrate, because if someone says Jaws theme, everybody knows what it is. Anyway, it has that flute in it throughout the song, and I don't know if it's just me, like, I don't know if it's just my taste in scores, but to me, it just sounds like it adds too much happiness to it. Like, you'll see, I don't know, like, you'll see Hooper fighting, well, not fighting off a shark with a sword, but I mean, you'll see Hooper struggling to steady the boat or something while the shark is pulling the boat off, and you hear the like, well, I don't know how it goes, but you hear the little flute. So, like I said, it might just be my taste in scores, but that doesn't fly in the Tapport, you know, director industry, whatever that means. The movie is rated PG. I don't know, like, ratings today, that movie would be R, easily. The amount of blood, not really gore, but, well, I guess there is gore in it, but really mostly just the amount of blood and just the shock factor and stuff, like, easily rated R today, but, I mean, stuff was just so much, I mean, less strict back then. Like the fact that they were drinking alcohol instantly, bam, PG-13. Nowadays, the only PG movies you see are exclusively kids movies, like Pixar movies, or who made Romeo and Juliet? I remember that name from like 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago. I hope it wasn't Pixar, because I mean Pixar, they might as well change their name to Pimpsar. Anyway, so yeah, this is just gonna be general Jaws stuff that I collected while watching it. I just took some notes, and also I had watched a documentary about Jaws before I watched it, a couple days before, which is actually what kind of made me think of it and want to watch it. The actor who, I should check this up, the actor who plays the captain, he starts to say, well, him and Hooper are going back and forth. Chicks like one-upping each other, and he gets asked, "What tattoo is that?" And then Hooper goes, "Let me guess, Mom." And they laugh about it because I guess that's funny, or was funny back then. Anyway, and he goes, "No, that's the SS Indianapolis." And if you don't know, the USS Indianapolis was a ship that carried the atomic bomb overseas, and then sunk on the journey back home, and I don't know, a huge percentage, or maybe it wasn't that huge, maybe that's just legend, but a percentage of their semen got eaten by sharks. And the actor who plays him, I should really look this up, but too bad, I wasn't prepared. The actor was a drinker, and according to this documentary I watched, he was a little bit buzzed when he gave that speech about the Indianapolis, and he was really embarrassed about it because he didn't remember it and he thought he would have embarrassed himself. And that all went away once he found out that was the shot that would define the movie for a lot of people. And some people don't know this, but actually crew from the USS Indianapolis actually helped with the script of that. So it's genuine, the things he says. And the documentary I watched also mentioned that the veterans that had helped write it, to them it felt sort of, liberating to have the story explained for everybody to know, which I believe. And huge respect to any of the armed forces, no matter what country you're in. I'm sure you're not watching this, but I mean, honestly, I respect you guys. It takes a lot to do what you do, and I know it sounds really cliche, but I mean, I love you guys. No homo, but I mean, I love you guys. Another thing is the director Spielberg, the legend. Honestly, Spielberg, in my eyes, he might be one-upping George Lucas, because, I mean, as pimp as both of them are, I mean, Spielberg's Spielberg. Anyway, for some reason, every time I think of Spielberg, I think of James Cameron. I don't know why that is. Anyway, he wanted the movie, despite how much more difficult and expensive it would be, he wanted the movie to be filmed on the ocean, so all shots you see in that movie are actually the ocean. He didn't want to use a pool or a lake or anything, because he knew that people who knew the ocean would recognize the difference in the water, which is true. I mean, the ocean has like a lot more change in tides and wind, so you can see it on the water surface. The shark, sorry about that, my voice just decided to give up on me. The shark in the movie obviously was animatronic, and this is common knowledge at this point, but it was broken almost throughout the entire movie, and we also know this, but it ended up really making the movie a lot more spooky, creepy and spooky, because of that like sort of mystery factor, and it let room for a bunch of more jump scares and stuff, which, I mean, I'm not a huge horror guy, but I mean, I enjoy a little bit of heart-pounding action now and then, whatever that was. And so, yeah, the parts, unfortunately, you can tell how much he wanted to show the shark, because you can see the parts where it did work, and that's like, or close to the end. You can tell when it worked, because they're just rubbing it in your face, like when a dog pees on the carpet, and people, not me, people go, and rub its face in it. Like, I don't get the dog doesn't know what's going on. The dog's like, oh, why is he rubbing my face against the carpet? But the human's thinking, I'm rubbing your face against the pee, and the dog doesn't understand. Spit on my monitor there, that's kind of nasty. Anyway, I hope I'm not topping you guys off, and I know this is kind of a long commentary. I know people don't watch videos over 4 minutes, but deal with it. Another thing is, the Orca sank, or the Orca, if you're not very familiar with the film, or just don't know this, the Orca is the little boat the captain owns. Not little boat, it's a boat the captain owns. At the end of the movie, spoiler alert, for those of you who haven't seen the movie, it sinks, and they had two boats. One, the version that they didn't want sinking, that was used for filming and stuff, and then two, the version that they did want sinking. If I'm not mistaken, during filming, the version that they didn't want sinking started to sink. Of course, as luck goes. Anyway, Jaws Unleashed was a good game, and just wanted to mention that. If you haven't played it, check it out. I'm going to go back and play it for sure. I mean, that's really, really fun. Jaws Unleashed, or I'm sorry, no, Jaws at the end, spoiler alert, again. Sorry, I shouldn't have segued away and then turned back around for a spoiler alert. At the end of the movie, they shoot a oxygen tank that's in its mouth, and it blows up. They only had one take for that shot, and luckily it worked. Anyway, don't forget to check out Easy Gaming. They're not paying me or anything. Obviously, no one would at this point. I'm not getting any sponsorship deals yet. But go check them out. This is, by the way, completely on me. I want to promote them. And go check them out. Really nice community. It's awesome that they're so small right now, so if you say something, it gets heard, and you can talk to, the owners of the site, staff members, moderators, and just the overall community. I mean, you see at least one person join every day. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Well, actually, I have no liberty of saying this because I've only been on for just over 24 hours now, I think. And but still, you see people join. Anyway, I know this was a long commentary, and I hope you bore with me. Go check out Easy Gaming. Link to sign up is down in the description below. Peace!